Can I tell you something that I hate in the fitness space here on YouTube? As I was scrolling through fitness space, looking for people like me, just a middle-aged Gen X guy going through a fitness journey, the only videos that I was seeing were how I lost 100 pounds in 20 days, or, here's how you lose this in X amount of time. And it was just like people giving these not great explanations or whatever, and I hated it. I was just like, this doesn't feel like it connects with me. And so that's part of the reason I wanted to do this channel. And as I said, middle-aged guy, I'm 48 years old. I run my own business. I have a family. I do things. And so I want to kind of show what the actual process is. Like this is me going through it. Sitting here right now today, 290 pounds, and over the past year, I've done a lot of lifting. There's a lot of new muscle on my frame, but I didn't do all the dieting stuff correctly. And that's on me, that's nobody else. And it's because my mental part wasn't in the right place. I wasn't ready to make that commitment to go into that hardcore diet space. I'm just building this one step at a time so that it's something that I can stick to. And I think there's probably a lot of other people, a lot of you out there who are going through the same thing. So it's like, if I'm hesitant to say, well, if I can do it, anybody can, but it's also going, no, I get it, and it's not always going to be easy, and I think it's worth sharing that. I think it's worth putting it out there because I think diet culture is crap. I think it's predatory, and in people, like selling systems or, Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig's or whatever, speaks to when I grew up. Like, they don't want you to get healthy because if you get healthy, then you don't need them anymore. And if you don't need them anymore, then they don't make money, right? So I'm trying to do this in a way to where I'm actually able to look at why I make some of the decisions that I do, why I'm seeking food for comfort, why I'm seeking, booze for relaxation, and finding better coping mechanisms and, as well as just putting better eating habits in. And the thing is, like, my wife and I, we don't eat badly. Like, we really don't eat the center of the store. We just eat, the real food parts of it, but it's quantities, and we like cocktails. So anyway, that's why I'm making this channel. That's why I'm doing this journey. I don't think we'll be making them from my studio. I was just set up recording other videos for my business today. And while I was set up and had the microphone and everything on, I figured it was worth making this. So if you're in that place where you're going through a journey, please feel free to follow along. I have a lot of fat to lose off of this frame. And that's just kind of the nature of it. I'm guesstimating because I don't know what I'm actually supposed to weigh, like when this machine has muscle on it. This machine has never had muscle on it before. So I'm guessing, somewhere in the 235 to 250 range with muscle and lack of fat. So, let's say on the high end, let's say 250. That means I've got 40 pounds of fat to take off of my frame in a healthy way. And that's why I hired a coach, a guy who knows what he's doing. And I've seen his work. Like, he's not some, just influencer. Like, he trains bodybuilders and stuff, but also takes on lifestyle clients, and he's doing it in an intelligent way. And this is going to be hard. It just kind of is what it is. But it's doable, and it's worth doing, and it's worth sharing. If there's specific things that you want to see as I do these videos, stuff from the gym, or talk about food, or just how I'm feeling with it, what the mental side of it is, please feel free to ask questions. I don't want anybody else doing this to feel like you're going through it alone. And follow along, man. It's going to be cool with what I know I've put onto the frame to see what comes out as I take stuff off of the frame. And if you've made it this far, so I'm a photographer. It's what I do. Professional headshots and portraits and boudoir. And I plan on, once I get this thing into the shape that I want it in, to photograph myself the way that I photograph other people. That's a lofty goal. But middle age. I want to celebrate this while I've got it. And quite frankly, you know, those of us Gen Xy ones, we don't serve old the same way, but that's a whole other video. So if you made it this far, hit the subscribe button.